Houston airports are slowly starting to get back to normal.
That means folks who are stranded are returning home to places like Chicago. CBS 2's Sandra Torres live at O'Hare Airport with more on passengers arriving today. Sandra.
Well, Rob and Erica, United is one of the few airlines with limited service out of Houston. Take a look at the boards right now. There are at least 3 flights on the board. One of them, the most recent one, arrived about 30 minutes ago with passengers very eager to get to Chicago after being stranded in Texas for days. As more flights arrive in Chicago from Houston, we continue to hear stories from those who experienced the wrath of Hurricane Harvey.
The floods came out of nowhere.
Former Bulls player Isaiah Cannon was one of the passengers in the United flight that arrived at 11:30 this morning.
I've never seen it rain a day straight from sun up to sundown and even past that. So once it kept raining, I just was waiting to see when it was going to stop.
His girlfriend shot these images showing the aftermath in a neighborhood which is 20 minutes south of downtown Houston.
It made it hard for people to get out, so we had to kind of sit around and be inside a couple days once the worst of the storm left because the water was on the streets.
A similar experience for Erica Lee, a Houston resident now in Chicago visiting her sister.
We couldn't get anywhere for like 3 or 4 days, and then we can finally get out.
And while they're thankful to make it to Chicago, for others like Sonia Francis, her final destination is still distant, and the traveling nightmare because of Hurricane Harvey isn't over.
We were supposed to leave Sunday. We haven't been able to leave till today. That was the only plane out this morning was to Chicago. My daughter lives in Chicago, so for her, she's home, but we're going to go find a rental car now and drive to St. Louis.
And there are a few scheduled flights to Houston from Chicago tonight. Houston's 2 major airports are starting to slowly get back to normal, and officials there say that they expect to be back in full service by this weekend. Reporting live at O'Hare International Airport, Sandra Torres, CBS 2 News. Rob.
Yeah, an important weekend to be back in full service for Labor Day, Sandra, no doubt.